This is the first annual award, and it's the first time that Wapor and APOR have joined together to offer an award, a joint award, by mutual decision between APOR and Wapor councils. The award will be awarded at Wapor, but will be a joint program between Wapor and APOR. The award is given in memory of Dr. Janet Harkness, who is a distinguished survey methodologist and colleague who passed away last year. It's open to any current student who's graduated during the past calendar year. The paper topic must be related to the study of multinational, multicultural, multilingual, the three M's in survey research, as those of us who knew Janet knew that she loved and promoted. I would just say that at one point, Don Dillman, who is a methodologist of some renown himself, once commented that Janet thought more about cross-national survey research than any other person on earth, and to have that kind of compliment coming from Don Dillman is fairly substantial, and indeed he was absolutely right. The topics may include methodological issues on public opinion, theoretical issues in 3M public opinion, and substantive findings about 3M public opinion research. I've asked Professor Peter Muller, a colleague and friend, and Janet's husband, to join with me to make the awards. So I'd like to first to mention is Mara Cecilia Osfeld. Was Mara able to join us this evening? Perhaps not. Mara Cecilia Osfeld wrote a very fine paper giving the honorable mention. The paper argues that Latinos in the U.S. have multiple in-groups, and that individual Latinos vary in how they view themselves with respect to and their identifications with each of these groups. That as a consequence, she argues that in particular that there are those who identify more with Spanish-speaking in-groups and those who identify more with English-speaking in-groups, and this has profound consequences in what kinds of political appeals can be made to these various individuals, and as an impact in survey methodology as well. So Mara Cecilia Osfeld receives the honorable mention, and we will provide her with the certificate for that. The winner of the first Janet A. Harkness Student Paper Award is, and I really hope that I pronounce your name properly, is Zaina Menemini. Is Zaina with us this evening? Zaina, will you please come up? Zaina's paper investigates the degree to which the variability in interviewer privacy is influenced by culture, other structural conditions, and the interviewer. This differential level of interviewer privacy and its impact on survey quality as interested survey researchers and survey methodologists for decades. Interestingly, I was on an NSF research panel for the last couple of days, and this research was actually mentioned by a couple of the applicants for research grants. So these are distinguished professors and researchers in the field citing a graduate student paper. I thought that was relatively impressive, all things considered. So saying that, I'd like to congratulate you and give you the award. So that's a very nice plaque.
I'm so sorry that I have to say something. And first, I'm very happy that Zaina made it. I know her for quite some years. And I'm also very thankful to April and April to have this award, because it is a crucial sign that these both not related but interrelated associations acknowledge that within America there are cultures, and that across the world there are nations and cultures. So this is a good thing. Now, he said that I would be present. He didn't tell me that I should give a talk. Unprepared as I am, I have just 30 seconds to say. It's now next Monday, it's a year that Janet died. And then what can I tell the next generation about these many things you can tell about a person? There are two special sessions, one tomorrow and one on Friday. There are many things that will be said about what their professional life, but I will share with you, and this is especially for the young ones, something which happened to her exactly the night before she invented CSDI, the Comparative Survey Design and Implementation Workshop internationally. The night before and the day before, I attended a meeting of Suma, her employer, and her employer denied tenureship on the reason of not enough publications. And that evening I came home and told her, you don't get tenure. And next day she invented CSDI. So I wish all of you, young and old, the stamina. You need to do survey and other research, because if you read biographies of eminent researchers, you will find always the same thing, that the M, that these guys who think they know everything, but are as old as myself, don't see the new things.